10 signs he is the one you were meant to be together with. If you check the media often, you'll probably think that couples don't last very long these days. Love would appear to be temporary, with celebrity couples hooking up for a month before moving on to someone else. And if you check out dating sites, where everyone is unsure of what they're looking for, you might be further convinced that love just doesn't exist anymore. It's as though the old traditions of marriage are slowly beginning to fade away, to be replaced by short-term fixes and whirlwind romances that leave us feeling empty and jaded. Fortunately, this is just not correct, because true love never dies. Finding true love is just a matter of finding the right guy, and often finding the right guy happens by chance. So if you're biting your lips, nervously trying to figure out whether this guy giving you butterflies in your stomach is either the one you were meant to be with forever, or whether he will disappear back to his mom's in a month, leaving you to warily return to the dating game, let's take a look at it and find out. 1. Your friends and family agree. Remember that awkward, kinda mean boyfriend you had when you were a teen? Your friends and your family all told you that he wasn't right for you, but you wouldn't listen. But the thing is, as much as we hate to admit it, our closest friends and family are often more right than we are. They know us so well that they know exactly what we need and want, and if they agree that your man is the best thing that has ever happened to you, you should probably listen to them, because it's another one of undeniable signs he is the one for you. 2. You go exploring together and you love it. There is quite literally nothing worse than going to see the jungles in Peru with a guy who just doesn't get it. Whilst you're walking around open-mouthed at everything, in awe at the vast immenseness before you, he's checking his phone and sullenly asking if you think the Lakers have won. When you can go exploring our beautiful planet with a guy who gets it just as much as you do, you know you've found a keeper. There is nothing quite like getting lost in a rainforest with a guy who will keep you safe and play I Spy with you. But if he wants to play hide and seek in the rainforest, he probably isn't a keeper. Just saying. 3. After all those arguments, you're still together. Arguments between couples are exhaustive. During the first few weeks and months of a new relationship, arguments are at a premium. But then after a year, the thunder begins. The little things you both do start to annoy each other. He suddenly realizes that he actually does want to go to the pub with the lads more often. Meanwhile, you're annoyed because he doesn't visit your mother enough. But if after all these arguments you're still trying to make it work, it's one of clear signs he is the one, and it's a sure sign that something more powerful is at play. True love. Arguments eventually fade too, you've just got through that patchy tornado. 4. It just feels right. This is another one of signs he is the one. When you know that you're with the guy who you're meant to be with together, it just feels right. You feel so comfortable within your own skin that you can laze around the house with him, wearing your pajamas and not having to worry about hastily putting makeup on when he pops round to your house to surprise you. You don't need to be sexy around him, you can just be you. 5. You end the relationship with "I love you." Relationships that were meant to last forever end with a gentle kiss as opposed to a storm. After all the petty arguments, you've decided to end things, but rather than reproach him for all his bad qualities, you tell him that you love him. In return, he tells you that you're the best thing that has happened to him and he wishes things could have been different. Oh, you were meant to be together. Take him back. Even I'm getting a little teary here. 6. Dating other people is just not the same. Perhaps you've decided to end it, and perhaps you've both tried dating other people. But just like him, you realize that this new guy is not the same. You're constantly comparing him to the true love of your life, because that's what the other guy was, and you know you don't feel the same. It just feels wrong. If you've ever experienced this situation, we recommend that rather than continuing aimlessly to wander from guy to guy, all of whom feel wrong, just go back to your prince. He's waiting for you. Seven. You say, we rather than me. You're a team now, so why wouldn't you think he's the one you were meant to be together with? If you're in a relationship that just isn't working, you're very much still me. But if you're in a relationship that just feels totally right, you like to team up and say we. It's another one of clear signs he is the one for you. You might not even realize you're saying it, but the moment me becomes we is the moment you know you two are the perfect fit. No. 8. You're honest with him. If you're with someone who you know isn't the one for you, you won't be prepared to tell him all your secrets. You won't tell him about the time a previous lover got you pregnant, and you definitely won't tell him all your worst fears as well as all your silly hopes and dreams. After all, he might laugh. But if the guy is the one, you'll be prepared to open your heart to him. You'll be wanting to email him and text him what is on your mind, and your love will be based on total honesty without any secrets. 9. Your love matters more than anything. When we're single, we often put ourselves before anything else. This means we put our own individual goals first. So, we might dedicate ourselves to our career, or we might dedicate ourselves to saving for a brand new car. But when you're in a relationship with the guy you're meant to be together with forever, he becomes your priority. Enlarging your love comes first before anything else, and it's your goal in life to first make, and keep, him happy. Everything else can wait because true love comes first. 10. You each get along with your families. If your guy loves your family and you love his, this is a sure sign that you were meant to be together. We're not saying that you have to love his family to know he's the one, but it certainly confirms a lot of questions you had. And we're not asking you to love his weird Uncle Steve. Just humor him, you know. What are other signs he is the one? Stay happy, love and be loved.